Welcome back to our Jamboard video practice set of slides. Another possibility that we could use, and maybe you could see ways to adapt, is using a map, for example, and importing a picture that students can work with. So I'm going to go over here in my toolbar to add image, and I'm going to look for an image that I've already downloaded on my computer. Now, consider this could be a worksheet that you want to upload and have them interact with. This could be a map in a social studies class. This could be a diagram of a cell in a science class, but whatever it is that you've got the hard copy of that you want them to be able to digitally interact with, here's another possibility I see. I'm going to select a file from my device, and I downloaded this map that I found of Camp Amachi, which is near us and has some very serious historical significance. So here's this map. When you click on it, you'll notice you've got all the options. You can turn it. You can duplicate it so that you have several of them. If you want to put them on different slides, you can delete it if you uploaded the wrong device, the wrong graphic. So I'm going to make it as big as I reasonably can. I can set this up while students are watching me. I could do it ahead of time because you save these. And I can put the instructions over here and say, okay, map a typical route of somebody who lives in these barracks and was making these stops throughout their day, and get the student to interact with and make some meaning out of and see how large this area was. And when I share this, or when we talk through it, or when we're taking the audio tour that this came from, or anything else, all right? Fill in the blanks. What do you need students to do with a map? Maybe you have them map out all the guard towers. There's a lot of guard towers. And if you've ever been out here, it's the middle of nowhere, but they were very careful about those guard towers. Whatever features it is you're trying to get them to do. Maybe you're reading an eyewitness account, and it's somebody writing about their experiences, and they lived over here on 4th Street, but they had to work over here, and they wandered off to there, or they went to visit the cemetery, or whatever it is that's going on. And you can have students map. I probably wouldn't do it in yellow because we've already got yellow. Maybe they map it in red. And they can use the highlighter, and they can map whatever the route was that they're trying to show for that person that they read about. Maybe they're making one up. Maybe endless possibilities. But you can see that they looked at this, they read your directions, whatever you put in over here. They are ready to see this and start to visualize this situation and this piece of history. I could see this being used with the progression of different battles and movements during different time periods in different parts of different countries. You could use this to create the timeline of things and talk about how those items progressed. You can use it, like I suggested, to bring in a worksheet that you're dedicated to, and together you can do that daily oral language and correct the sentence, or the math facts that you want to double check. You've got all of those possibilities in this. And with that ability to share it with somebody else, you can set this up where each slide has something different. Each slide maybe has a kid's name on it, and you want them to work on that feature that you're dealing with on that day. So you can, once again, upload a file. That could be the graphic of a worksheet. That could be a map you download. That could be any number of things. You can use a Google image search to find something. You can find it in Google Drive if you have something you wanted to use. You can also obviously get to recent if you have something like that. I've got this here. I'll do that on the next slide. Another possibility, same feature. Here's this. I want to change the way we're talking about being home, maybe. You're not stuck at home, you're safe at home. What am I doing? And students can go in and say, well, I learned how to cook, or I took on these new projects, or I got to talk to my grandma on the phone more, or I got to sleep late, or whatever a student is doing in this idea of changing our mindset. We're not stuck, we're safe. I hope you see the possibilities with that. I'm looking forward to using it with my classes. That's just one more way that you can bring in things that you've already got and use in a collaborative way.